Welcome back everyone, and after a couple of weeks of international games, I thought we would catch up and see how our players got on in those matches. Now, in the first roundup of games, the US Virgin Islands came up against Saint Martin, and well, Aaron Dennis, our new star striker, he went and got himself a hat-trick, all 3 goals in that close 3-2 game. He did absolutely fantastic. That gives him 3 goals in 5 caps. Lovely effort from him, as you can see down here. Not quite sure what's going up top. It says 90 minutes, no goals, no assists. Yet down here it says he got a 9 rating and 3 goals in 90 minutes. In terms of other players, well, we had Bascom, Baffer, Castle all playing for Bermuda. Liam Evans was, Thurbert was, so Jones was playing for the British Virgin Islands. We then have Leverock, Dante Leverock, nice to see you in the comments by the way. He was also playing an international game. Should have picked up your game in that one though. You only got a 6.3. I expect a little more from you. Just saying, even against Trinidad and Tobago. We also had Saint Jago on international duty. So, Aaron Dennis was the standout performer from the first lot of international games. But who stood out in those second? Well, if we head on just up a little bit, we can see the second lot of roundups, and the standout performer from those was in fact you, Leverock. Dante Leverock got a 7.5 and even got himself a goal from centre back. Did a great job in that 4-1 victory. Nice to see him pick up a goal there. We then also have a few decent performances by the way. Saint Jago 6.3, you need to pick it up in that, and Lewis Jones 6.1. come on my friend, I expect more from you. But we also had Baffer and Castle, who had a great performance for Bermuda in a 4-1 victory in the end against Saint Barthélemy. I've probably completely butchered that, but that is typical of me. But it is of course time to get on with today's game. So without further ado, let's head on over to the dressing room and let's crack on with today's match. Okay everyone, before we dive into today's game, I couldn't help but notice R. Simmons has gone and got himself a hat-trick, the Somerset Trojans against the Colts. And well, when I went and looked at how many goals he's scored thus far this season, well, he's having quite the season. As you can see, 8 goals in 4 appearances, 3 players of the match, 8.45 average rating. I think we might have to try and snap him up if we can. At the moment, currently on £200 per week. I don't see him wanting to come to us on a free transfer, but I will be keeping my eye out for you, because we might try and snap you up as an addition to our squad. Now, with that victory, it has put them top of the table. They've got a 7 goal difference and 12 points. That means we need to win today's game by more than 3 goals to guarantee ourselves top of the league. Now, we are of course going up against the current title holders, the North Village Rams, but we are now expected to be top of the table according to the season preview. So let's see how we get on in today's game as we host the North Village Rams. Very good pitch condition here today. 739 tickets have been sold out of the 800 capacity here. We haven't got anything additional to add, but I have actually managed to do some of our set piece stuff, so that is nice. Got some of that set up already. And our team for today's game, well, it's Hall in goal, a back line of Miners, Leverock, Evans and Castle. On the left hand side will be Thurbert, Ming the Magician over on that right hand side, otherwise known as the Ming Dynasty. Gota in between, behind them is Steve Jackson and of course Mr. Bean himself, with Dennis the Menace up front. A bench consisting of Simmons, St. Jago, Baffer, Bascom, Jones, Newsome and Duncan. But without further ado, let's head on out to pitch side if I can find where on earth I just left my mouse cursor. So let's apply all of that. We are going to head on out. We are going to crack on with things because I don't recognise any players in this league, which is a bit of a shame. I would like to get to know this league a little better. So if you do recognise some players, that is the squad for our opponents here today. Now, your favourites for a reason, go out there and make sure they're left with no doubt why. That's managed to get a couple of people motivated. The rest of you, though, not too happy with your lack of motivation from my TeamSpeak, but Maybe that's me as a manager. Maybe I just need to pick up my game a little bit more, you know? But Leverock will try and build from the back. It's over to Evans. Evans has just gave it straight to Edwards. That was not a great pass. And Boyles is now coming back at us. I cannot speak. Apparently, English is now my third language. And thus I am going to struggle today with the recording. Somerset Eagles, by the way, playing later on today against Southampton. But Hansi will try and cross one in. Evans nods it away. By the way, Hansi, I tried to bring in. The board blocked it. I don't know why the board blocked it, because I wasn't going to pay him any money if he was actually willing to come, but the board blocked it and said we could not have him, so he will definitely not be coming. I weren't going to argue over an extra player, considering we have probably about 30, 40 players coming in who aren't here yet, and are going to come in probably in about 3 or 4 games' time, so yeah, things are going to get rather cozy in that dressing room. Everyone's going to be all huddled together. Thankfully, though, we have got the under-20s team running. The B team is now up and running. We're going to have 3 solid squads pushing forward, trying to achieve. But right now, we are going to throw it in from Castle. He's thrown it straight to Jennings, though. That was not a great throw. And now, how many Jennings are in their team, by the way? Hold up. We've got Jennings K, Jennings T, and Jennings, not sure which letter that was over there. 3 Jennings. Jennings J. Jesus. They're just the Jennings squad. But Steve Jackson will intercept that one, and Ming is going to come back at them. Mr. Bean plays it up to Goethe. Goethe back to Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean is coming at them. Oh, Boyles. Lovely tackle by Boyles. It's now with Seymour. Jennings gets it back over to Seymour. Boyles tries the ball over the top. Leverock, though, great. Gets it away. Unfortunately, though, it's another ball over the top. Cleared away this time by Evans, and Ming will come back at them here on this right-hand side. Bean, lovely ball up to Dennis the Menace. Can he get a good cross in here, though? I don't think. Oh, he's got past one. He's crossed it in. Fair bet. Back post. First goal of the season. What a beautiful cross by Dennis the Menace. But what an even better finish by Fairbet over at that back post. Let's have another look at this one. Easton Smith should have done a little better. Dennis, though, great job to whip it in past Harvey's head. Harvey, you made a major mistake there, my friend. Should have been able to get that one away. But fortunate enough for us, we managed to get a goal from that opportunity. So, currently looking at 2 shots to their 1. Not too bad. Been a bit of a dull first half. Not many shots, but we have been the better team thus far. Hopefully we can improve a little bit going forward, though. Castle throws it in to Goethe. Castle will try and get it up. Oh, Dennis the Menace. Oh, Dennis is a menace. He's pelted it past Belt, and he's got himself his 5th goal of the season. Nice one from Dennis. Thank you, Aaron Dennis. Aaron Dennis has been a great addition to this squad, and it's goals just like that. Why? Dennis just breaking past Harvey. Harvey cannot keep up to him, and he plays it past Belt. But it is half-time, ladies and gents. We've had 4 shots to their 1. 3 on target to their 1. 0.5 XG to a 0.18. 3 corners to 2. 11 fouls to 8. 0 yellow cards apiece. 78% passing to 70. 59% possession to 41. So, let's head into the dressing room. Tell lads we're happy with that. Keep it going. Everyone is having a solid game by looks of it. Damon Ming, 6.6. Expect a little bit more from you, but everyone else, you're playing alright. Ming, we can always take you off. You are a little bit on the older side, of course. Goethe, though, is looking a bit tired. In fact, our front 3 are a little bit tired, and same with Bean, Evans, Leverock. So a few players are getting a little bit tired. So when we get to the 62nd minute, we'll just see who needs substituting over others. Goethe, though, will come at them, pulls it back for Steve Jackson. Steve Jackson gets up to Fairbet. Fairbet's now crossed to Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean up to Ming. Ming, lovely ball through to Dennis. 1-2 with Ming. Oh! Almost an opportunity there for Ming. Fairbert's shot is blocked, and we have a corner. What are we going to do with this one? It's going to be delivered in by Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean whips it in, middle of the goal. Oh, cleared away to Ming. Ming coming back at them, though. Ming can be deadly from here. Dennis now over to Evans. Lovely build-up play. Tripped up by Seymour. That was dirty. Not going to get himself a card, though. Ming will take the free kick. Very deadly position here for Ming. Oh, into the side netting, though. Wasted opportunity there from Damon, but it's okay. We've got a 2-0 lead, and we'll sell for that. We'll sell for a 2-0 lead. Would like to, of course, extend it so we can get ourselves top of the table, but 2-0 against North Village Rams, I think we can take that. I think that's pretty decent. I think prior to bringing any additions into the squad, I think we would have probably taken the 2-0 victory in this one. Now, we've got a 6.5 from Kalen Miners. So, I think Miners is going to come off for Baffer, and then we shall look more into conditioning. Now, Liam Evans, Gota, and Dennis are the most tired players. Dennis is having a pretty darn decent game, so we're not going to take Dennis off. Gota, I think, is going to come off as per usual for Dr. Jones calling Dr. Jones. Now, do I make the triple sub? I guess I do make the triple sub. Again, it's rather risky. Probably shouldn't do it. I would not recommend, if you're playing Football Manager, to do this. But I like to risk it for the biscuits. And today we shall do the triple substitution and just risk that we might get someone sent off or injured in the latter stages of this match. Jones. Ooh. After all, there's only about 25 minutes left of this game, so not too much can go wrong. Surely. Famous last words. But Leverock back to Hall. Cleared away. Easton Smith will intercept it. Lovely ball over the top to Jennings. And it's wide of the goal. He was in fact offside. As Team Jennings has missed yet another opportunity. So, 72nd minute now. They've only had one shot on target, by the way, all game. That is nice to see. And we've finally broken past the 1xG in this one, which is also a great thing to see. Thurbert whips it in back post. Oh, that was another good opportunity. Unfortunately, though, Steve Jackson was offside. And now we head to the latter stages of this match. Dennis does need substituting. Unfortunately, though, we do not have any substitutes left. So, Dennis, you're just going to have to take it easy up there. Thankfully, that shot went wide. And can we finally get a clean sheet for Hall? That would be nice. St. Jago will clear it away to Dennis. Now Jones over to Ming. Ming's got Castle on the overlap if he wishes to use him. He's going alone so far though. He pulls it back for Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean coming at them. Will he play it across? He does. Over to Dr. Jones. Lovely ball through to Ming. He gets it through to Dennis. Now through to Thurbet. Ooh. Nice little block there from Jones. Thurbet, if he got through there, was surely going to get us a third goal. Bean, though, whips it in. Bell, lovely flying save from Bell, will stop us getting a third goal from that corner. Now, we are in additional time. There's only 3 minutes. We are 2 minutes already into this one. Leverock will clear it out for a throwing. And this is probably their last opportunity to try and get a goal. Simmons throwing it in. Ferreira will get the ball. Plays it over to Jennings. Whipped in. Baffer will nod it away, but only as far as Jones. Thurbert putting on pressure will trip him up, in fact. And will he get a card? No. The referee is going to go rather soft on Thurbert for that one. Probably because he sees that, well, the game is pretty much over. It's the 93rd minute. And this is all over now, ladies and gents, as we win this one 3-0. 14 shots to their 5, 7 on target to their 1, a 1.49 XG to a 0.31, 12 corners to 3, 19 fouls to 16, 1 yellow card to 0, 80% passing to 75, 56% possession to 44. As you can see, Dennis the Menace being a menace as per usual with a 7.8 up front and a goal. Thurbert with a 7.4 and a goal. Leverock did a great job in defence as well with a 7.3. Hall with a 7.6 in goal, and Mr. Bean with a 7 in central midfield. Finally has a pretty decent game in one of these episodes, which isn't a match in between the episodes. But Mr. Miners, I expect a bit more from you. A 6.5, not too good at all. But everyone else put in a solid shift, so all round can be pretty happy with that one. So well done, lads. Good win for us. That's another victory against one of the better teams in this league. We have now beaten the Rams. We beat the Hornets. We've beat the Cougars. Admittedly, the Cougars aren't one of the better teams. We also beat the Zebras, and the Zebras are having an awful season, although they have only played 2 games, to be fair to them. They played the Cougars, they played us, and they've lost 3-1 in both. So they're having a rough start to the season, but they've got a couple of games to catch up. If they win both of those, they can get themselves up to 4th or 5th. So don't count them out just yet. As you can see, Somerset Eagles won 1-0 against Southampton Rangers thanks to an 86th minute own goal. But the question is, where do we go next? We have Somerset Trojans coming up. I don't want to keep doing game after game back to back. So, do we go for X Roads or Southampton Rangers? I think we come back for one of these. Who is the better team? Who is it telling me is going to be the better team? Southampton is all the way down in 9th. X Roads is up in 7th. So both aren't expected to be really much competition. What is the next team? We've got Somerset Eagles at home. Interesting. I don't particularly want to keep doing the home games. Devonshire Colts. I think the Colts might be a bit more of a... No, Colts are newly promoted, 8th place. Okay, so all of our games are 7th and below for the next few matches. So I'm going to figure out which of those ones it's going to be. Most likely we'll probably play X-Road since they're the better one of those teams. But I thank you all for joining us. I hope you all have a lovely night and goodbye.